Hey guys, it's Zoe. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video, which is super long overdue. I always said I would do it, but look, we're actually here now. So make sure to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. This is a look I was going for today. It's a lot of warm tones using the Modern Renaissance palette. So if you think this is really cute, continue watching the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime the eyes, and what I like to use is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the lid. So I'm just going to take my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge and blend that up into the brow bone, all over the eyelid. Okay, and to set that, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. So this creates a really smooth base for all the eyeshadows to sit, so they're not patchy and sticky and chunky. Okay, so now I've just created a smooth base for the eyeshadows to sit on so they don't become creased. So now I'm just going to take this big e.l.f. fluffy brush and wipe away the excess powder. Okay, so to start, we're going to use the transition color called Temporera, and we're going to put that all over the lid, up into the brow bone. We're going to bring this shade pretty high, again, just to use as a transition shade to put the other colors on top. Now using the brush that came with the palette, we're going to use the fluffy end of this brush to use the color, I think it's burnt orange, we're going to use first. And we're going to start bringing this into the crease, and we're going to start bringing it across. And I'm not going to bring this one too high up, but we are going to move upwards, because you don't want your eyeshadows to drag down. You want it to drag up. So again, we're going to keep dipping into this. Okay, so using this Sephora brush, this is a crease shadow brush, we're going to take the shade called Realger. So we're going to focus this on the outer V to kind of deepen up the crease. I'm not going to bring it into the corner because, again, I want to just deepen up the crease. Okay, you don't want to bring them too far up because I don't want it necessarily touching the brow bone, but I do, again, want to drag them upwards. Okay, so now taking the Anastasia brush, it is clean now, so I'm just going to go ahead and blend everything at the top to make sure everything's blended and nothing looks too harsh. So the next thing I'm going to take is Venetian Red. I'm going to take a little bit of that and the color Love Letter. I'm going to tap off the excess again. And we're going to start putting that onto the lid. I'm going to use the other side of the Anastasia brush, and we're going to start packing on the color all over the lid. This color you for sure don't want to bring up or into the crease because this color is just for the lid. So again, taking both colors and packing it onto the lid. Okay, so we're going to take the back of the brush and just blend everything out. Here you can start sweeping it in a little bit to the crease just so you don't have two completely separate colors. You want everything blended. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is again dip into the burnt orange and a little bit of the Realger. We're going to go over where I last put the orange colors, just again to brighten up that color because sometimes the maroon colors can take that away. And we're just going to go over that a little bit, just sweep it over the crease. We're just going to bring it into the inner corner and again back out. I'm really focusing on the outer V with these colors. Okay, so for highlight, everyone always asks me what I use for my inner corners and my brow bones. So I like to use a color in the palette actually. Since we're going to do the whole look surrounded by the palette, we're going to use the golden color in the palette called Primavera. So we're just going to dip into that. On both sides. Just to brighten up the eye area. This always makes your eyes look a lot bigger than they actually are. Okay, now I'm going to use the Real Techniques brush and also dipping into this golden shade and just kind of blend it all out so nothing looks too patchy.
Check my cerebellum, I can tell her money's all that nigga deserve.
And we're going to do the same to the brow bone, again dipping into the golden shade, and you don't want to overdo it with the brow bone. I find that you can put more on the inner corner than the brow bone, but you don't want this too shiny. Again, we're using this Real Techniques brush. I really like this brush because it's really small and thin and you're able to get into the inner corners and the tip of your brow bone without it actually touching your brows, because I don't want glitter on my brow. Okay, well, everything looks better with eyeliner and lashes, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop those on and then we can really see what the look looks like. So I'm just going to take the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. I don't care too much about mascaras because I don't really have good eyelashes, so I really don't care. And I always wear false lashes anyways. So, but this does, does the job. I think it's one of the better drugstore makeup mascaras actually, in my opinion. Ooh, it is good. Oh my god. I haven't used this in a while. Forgot about it. Okay, so we're gonna take this e.l.f. liquid liner and we're gonna go ahead and do the wings, because that's literally my trademark. So what I like to do is my lid first and then move on to the wings, because the wings technically are like the hardest part. So I also like to I like really thin brushes so you're able to flick it and really get that point that you want. I like to outline it first and then go ahead and see how big I want it, it depends on the day. The next thing I'm going to be using is these mink lashes that I actually purchased online. They're called Mega's Lashes, which I will link below.
Check my cerebellum, I can tell them. Blow out your candles and puff on your cannabis. Wishing for what you can handle, it's never been worth it. Check my cerebellum, I can tell them. Money's all that nigga deserve.
Okay, so now we're going to finish up the bottom portion of the eyes because the lashes are done and everything's out of the way. So what we're going to do now is take the small Real Techniques brush that we were using before to finish the bottom portion of the eyes. So I'm gonna take Real Gur and pop that into the outer side of the inner corner and move it all the way down.
Okay, we're gonna apply that
same mascara to the bottom lashes.
Check my cerebellum, I can tell them. Money's all that nigga deserve.
Okay guys, now this is the finished look. Okay, it's a very warm tone and I really like it personally. It's one of my favorite palettes ever. Everything that I use will be linked down below so you know what products I use, so you could probably try to accomplish this look yourself. Thank you guys for watching.
This is what a nigga dream about. Take another shot of liquor with a cup of egoism just to chase it down. We will